All right, welcome back to another episode, guys. And I can hardly contain my excitement because we are finally on the ice here in the Chicago suburbs. It's not very cold, it's like 35, that's why I'm literally just wearing sweatpants. But this is first ice. There are fish everywhere on my graph, and I have been waiting to ice fish for months and months and months. We got teased by ice fishing a little bit in November, but it's December 10th, and I think ice fishing is here to stay, at least for the next couple days. This pond has a bunch of big bluegill, a bunch of big crappie, and a bunch of big bass. I only got to fish here a couple times last ice season, but we did very well. This is all I'm using today, just a little tiny little 5mm tungsten jig, little red plastic on here. Maybe they don't like the plastic, because I just had about 7 fish on my graph and not a single one ate. So I'm gonna make an adjustment because it's early ice and they should be eating immediately. All right, got him. I don't know what this is. Another bass. Okay, well, this is the first fish of the ice season. Made a tiny little adjustment just with my soft plastic, and that made this fish bite. Oh, please stop, please stop. I took my gloves off for this. Not a giant by any means, but there are some really big bass in this pond. Hopefully one of those 4 or 5 pounders shows up. What I really want is a big crappie, because for whatever reason, I think big crappie are like the coolest species of fish to catch through the ice, especially because most people just seem to eat them in the Chicago suburbs when they find them. So it is definitely a much rarer find than any bass or bluegill in a pond like that. So, all right, I got nothing on the graph right now, but I'm going to switch my cameras around. I'm gonna put my GoPro on and show you guys exactly what I'm looking at here. It's only like 10 feet. Okay, bad. This is chaos. I hope you guys can see. A big mark showed up on the graph. Oh God. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. And it's my target species. No! Damn it. Damn it. Look at this. The line got wrapped around the damn Velcro, and I just lost like a 13-inch crappie right at the hole. Damn it. This unit is cool, but this thing is so frustrating when you're fishing out of an 8-inch hole, especially in shallow water. You have to pick it up immediately or else your line just gets tangled in it. This is what I'm using. I'll show you guys in a second. That was hectic. There's nothing on the graph, so I was going to move my camera, and then all of a sudden there was 3 huge marks right under my jig. So I touched it once and that big crappie ate it. Didn't even get time to put my GoPro on. I hope the camera was shooting down in the hole and you guys at least got to see that, because I'm gonna sound and look real dumb if that fish wasn't even on camera a little bit. Oh, I love ice fishing. This is so fun again. I missed it so much. I'm on like maybe 2.5, 3 inches of ice. I tried to ice fish here a couple days ago, but it didn't work. The ice wasn't thick enough. Not even close. Oh, I got another one coming up to me. Come on. Oof, missed him. All right, I have plenty of time to fish. I'm getting way too ADD distracted with these marks on the graph. Let me set the cameras up right. So here's my all-star filming setup. That thing you see bouncing in the middle of the screen, that is my jig. I'm fishing in 10 feet of water. There's absolutely nothing on the graph right now, but something should come pretty quick here. You pound the mud. That's a little tip for you guys if you're new to ice fishing. If you want to attract some fish, pounding your jig or whatever you're using, pounding it in the mud, just hitting the bottom really hard usually can attract fish. It's not a very big pond, as you guys can see. I mean, it's actually a really tiny pond, but I have drilled a couple holes. Might need to move around a lot. Okay, so there's a fish coming at me from the left. It's a school of fish. There's multiple. Please come eat me. Let's see what this fish does. He's coming up to my jig. He's coming up. Come up to it. Oh, they're acting very slow. So you can see that fish just kind of went down a little bit. This fish is swimming a little faster. Ooh, he bit it. He nibbled it. Now we got some fish on the graph. Please eat it. They are not that aggressive right now. It seems the bite is very tough. Since I'm in a residential area, I might go buy some wax worms or spikes or some live bait. I didn't think I would need it because it's first ice, but these fish are just not, like that fish is right on my jig. It looks like a smaller bluegill. And it is just not doing anything. What's that? Only a couple. They're not biting very well. Oh, someone complained? Yeah, it's in my car.
Do you have a fishing license, you think?
Oh yeah, but I don't think I have it on me.
Did someone give you permission to come out here?
No, but I've been fishing this pond for years.
Well, there's no fishing, and there's even no fishing when someone allows you to come out here because there's signs posted. Let's go back and grab your ID and...
Gotcha. Is that a new thing? Because, I mean, I've been... Well, that was... Well, I believe you. I'm just saying I've been fishing for years and never had a problem, but...
Oh, I know. What do you think the ice is, like 3 inches, 5 inches?
It's like 3.5. Tried to come here a couple days ago, but it was like this much.
Yeah.
It was like 2 inches, so it's maybe a day or two safe.
So the bottom line is you just can't fish out here.
Yeah.
I'll wait till you leave, that way they don't keep calling.
Yeah.
So what happens is they used to argue about, oh, well, so-and-so has permission. Let's say this guy gives you permission.
Yeah.
Well, none of these people know that, and then they all call, and then they say, well, I gave him permission, and then they said...
Yeah, it's just a big headache.
Then they said they had to be with you if you had permission. It's private property. They have signs up that say no trespassing. It's just a big mess.
Yeah, no, I understand. Sorry for bothering your day with this.
I wouldn't come out and bother a fisherman if nobody called.
Yeah. Okay, so that's old. See, I don't even carry them anymore.
So just something to keep in
online.
mind is if you don't have it on your person, but you still hold a license,
yeah,
the DNR could write you, or a policeman could write you the ticket. I've done it before with guys that are spearfishing. They don't even have a license.
Spearfishing?
Yeah, with bow and arrows and stuff.
Okay.
Just harpooning fish.
Gotcha. Well, let me grab my stuff, and then I'll
hang
look
here
for it. All right.
Don't fall in.
No.
In fact, I'll watch you in case you do.
That's not the goal.
I don't think you will.
No. A couple days ago, I might have. In Shabana?
Yeah, Shabana. But you'll catch fish all day long and go out there.
Well, I like that.
Cribs all over there. There's a map online. You can look it up. It's only like 30 minutes south, straight down 23.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I really need a sled to carry my stuff.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you, man. Well, I can't truly say I'm pissed off, just kind of frustrated. That police officer was incredibly nice. I mean, he was just doing his job. Apparently multiple people called on me. I fished this pond for years. It's one of the best ice fishing ponds I've ever found because it has huge crappies and bluegills, but these just came up and I didn't see it. I walked over there. Now it says no trespassing, violators will be prosecuted. No fishing, no swimming, no boating, no skating. So, that's a bummer. So now I have to find some ponds that are public, I guess. I don't know. I think it's like a rite of passage as an ice fisherman just to get kicked off ponds. I totally understand from a homeowner's perspective. I mean, the last thing you want is a random kid hopping out on your pond on 3 inches of ice and then falling through. Just the amount of liabilities and lawsuits that go into it. It's bad. Now I have to find another pond, which sucks because that's a freaking amazing pond. All right, first hole is drilled, but I want to check two things. One, the thickness of the ice. I think this is even thinner than the other pond, which is kind of a scary thought. The ice is about 2 3/4. Also, 2 3/4 inches of ice is not always just barely fine. Let's see. I see a fish. 7 foot. That's not that deep at all. Okay, that's heavy. That's got to be a bass. Oh, it came off. Damn it. I think that was a really nice bass. That was so heavy. I'm set up in a really weird spot. It's right on a drop off. So let me show you guys. So where I'm at, I hope you can see well, but I'm in about 6.7, but over here is 9. Like 5 feet to the right is 9, and 5 feet to the left is 5. So I'm right on the break, which might actually be a really good spot. He's coming. That's a gill. Yep. First bluegill of the ice season. Just an absolute giant too. Something to really write home about. Oh no. Oh no. You can make it. You can make it. You're not making it. What's he doing? He's like stunned. I've never seen a bluegill do that through the ice. I feel bad. I didn't do anything to him. There he goes. Now he swam down. I think we have another feisty gill. Unfortunately, there's no crappie in this pond. I don't believe there are. The other pond, in one day, I caught a couple like 14-inch crappie, 2 bluegill that were legitimate 11-inch gills, and a bunch of 3-4 pound. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm on a school of really hungry bluegill right now. In that situation, again, I mean, it was extremely frustrating for myself. It's by far the best ice fishing pond I've ever fished, and for someone like me trying to create awesome content, awesome video for you guys, obviously I want to be catching the biggest fish as possible, most action, but there's really nothing you can do in that situation when you're fishing ponds and all the homeowners decide they don't want people ice fishing there anymore. There's really no way around it. That police officer was super nice, just doing his job. He even suggested other ponds for me to fish. He said he wouldn't be bothering a fisherman unless people called, which is totally understandable. So, I mean, I've been kicked off the ice a lot in my life. I mean, I've been kicked off residential ponds in general a lot, but it seems ice fishing is just way more that people absolutely hate it. All right, based off the amount of stunted bluegill I have caught and I'm seeing on my graph, I'm going to switch ponds because every single bluegill in here, I'm getting the vibe is like 4 to 6 inches. There may be a 7-incher in here, but either way, that's not very exciting for me to catch or you guys to watch. So I'm going to try to find another pond, hopefully with some bigger bass. Ooh, I almost fell. That would have been bad. Did not expect this day. I'm having to scramble because the pond I did want to fish. Yeah, you guys know what happened there.